Welcome, everybody. We got Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward and Glenn Schofield, Vice President, excuse me, and GM of Sledgehammer Games. Someone just got a promotion. Congrats.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm sure the actual president is going to drop an elbow now, but that's all right. Modern Warfare 3, easily one of the most anticipated titles at this year's E3. What do you think defines Modern Warfare as a game? Like, what does it take to make a great Modern Warfare game?
Modern Warfare in general, I mean, the things you have to hit in Call of Duty are that 60 frames per second. I mean, that's what sells that smooth gameplay, because when it comes down to it, it's about the tight gun controls. It's about those huge cinematic moments in the campaign, especially.
Yeah, great combat, multiplayer, even Spec Ops these days.
So you're saying every aspect of the game needs to be absolutely perfect, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's what we've come to expect from the franchise. Now, what are we looking at right here? This is what, downtown Manhattan here? Or?
Yeah, it is Lower Manhattan.
And how do you capture the feel of Manhattan?
Well, it's good to have lived there for a while.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
And
I noticed the nice urine sheen on the texture there on the walls. It looks very good. Looks very true to form.
You like that?
Yeah,
see lots of debris everywhere.
I motion captured that.
You did. Those are custom textures, huh?
Put it right on there.
Right outside the offices. So what's actually taking place right here? Why are we shooting in Manhattan? What happened?
well, the Russians have taken over Manhattan.
Of course.
Of course, yes.
Yep. Glenn Beck predicted they would.
And so the Americans have come in and are trying to push them out.
Yeah, you got to think that this picks up right after Modern Warfare 2. So if you remember at the end of the game, the state of the world has changed. DC is burning. Task Force 141 is either dead or on the run. And now we're picking up after that. The conflict has expanded up the Eastern Seaboard. And that's what you're seeing here. What I love about this is it's taking those huge moments and it's now in the major cities. I mean, we're not fighting on the outskirts. We're not fighting in the undescript desert locations anymore.
Right. We know exactly where we are. Yeah. And there's a Wetzel's Pretzel around the corner, which we can probably explore as well. What's the challenge of taking war to these new areas? Is it trying to balance the fun, exciting, fast COD gameplay with realism, with a realistic setting?
Well, we're all about being like super authentic in the weapons and stuff, but the real challenge is once you get into these new environments, the way you play the game has changed. The tactics you would use in military are changed. And that's why you see things like this, like the dual scope system that was something that the environment spawned a new feature that impacts gameplay. So now you can see, like, when you're fighting through the city in the open streets, if the guys are far away, you're going to flip up this magnifying scope like you see them doing. But as you get into the buildings, you start clearing rooms, you're going to pull that down, go to your EOTech, your red dot, whatever your close range optic of choice is.
Yeah, you're able to flank, go into the buildings, flank the enemy, go and, shoot down at them when they're coming down the streets, things like that. So you choose where you want to go, how you want to do it.
And it's, that doesn't seem fair exactly. The enemy is rolling up in an Apache, and you got a fire hydrant to take cover. That doesn't exactly seem right.
Well, you're Delta, you make
do.
Yeah.
Now, on the single-player side of things, is it entirely single-player? Is there a co-op aspect to it as well?
And on the campaign, it's single-player.
Single-player.
We're bringing back Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3, that brings co-op into the game in a big way. I mean, we have our classic mission modes that we introduced in Modern Warfare 2, but now in Modern Warfare 3 we have survival mode, which is endless waves of enemies. You have unlockables, you have kill streaks you can call in, different types of units. We're blowing out the co-op in this game.
Do I still have to cry for the first 15 minutes until I get my red dot sight? My iron sights do not do me well. What's the difficulty in, say, trying a new feature, trying a new approach to the game, but not wanting to alienate, the old fan base?
I think that's one of the good things with the Spec Ops now is a lot of the maps that you're going to be playing in Spec Ops are going to be ones that you're going to see in multiplayer. So if you want to go in with your pal and just kind of learn the tactics or learn that map, you can learn it in Spec Ops, then go into multiplayer and maybe not get worked as well.
Yeah. The key is just, listening to that core audience. I mean, we're out there, we're on Twitter, we're on everything, hearing what they're saying. I mean, that's why you're seeing us bring back some classic guns like the old COD 4 MP5 that people love that model. Yeah. So we're bringing that back, we're updating it visually, and then, advancing and listening to, watching how our players play the game and innovating on the gameplay with stuff like the dual scope system or the XM25 that you'll see here in a bit.
You're not listening to any gamers on MySpace, right? I'm just saying you can transition them over to something else. That guy's not doing any work. So what's happening right here? We escaped the helicopter. We're now inside a building and we're just throwing grenades in rooms.
Well, this is actually what they call a 9-bang. and it's
A 9-bang? Is it?
9-banger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring you back to college? Love it. Well, we just did.
Yeah, well, sorry. Yeah, this is some of the stuff that we found out that they really do use. The Delta or any of the Spec Ops guys do use. So that's one of the things that we try to get is make sure that we're using stuff that they are really using or about to use. So they don't use a flashbang anymore. They use a 9-banger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you have sit down, you guys have a chat at an In-N-Out with actual soldiers about what they're using, or do you get to go hang out on the front lines for a week and take some notes?
Well, I haven't done the front lines yet, but I have been down at some of the Marine bases and things like that. In-N-Out, we'll have to try that.
Yeah. A little burger and talk about 9-banging.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you brought one of the guns back, and of course it's glossied up. It looks a little nicer. What other improvements to like the core engine can we look forward to? Animation systems, AI?
Audio. Yeah.
All new, really?
Yeah.
A lot of audio stuff, stuff like whiz-bys on the bullet so you can get direction, things like that. Updating it just so we can maintain 60 frames per second and get these huge scales. Like you're seeing in New York City, massive skyscrapers, these massive levels, but keep it running at that smooth, super fast, super quick 60 frames per second.
Yeah, a lot more textures you'll see in the world. Obviously, when you have skyscrapers and all that kind of detail that we have in the levels, we've had to add a ton more textures in there, of course upgrading the engine in so many ways. Like you said, with the animation systems.
Yeah, absolutely. And any crazy unlockables? Any extra RC cars or remote boats? What do we got?
In multiplayer, we got a lot of really cool stuff. We're too early to dive into those details yet. Spec Ops, we're bringing
What's on the
in a lot
whiteboard?
of
Just
it.
give me some bullet points that might be on the whiteboard. They don't have to be coded yet. I'm just curious, looking down the road. Hot air balloon?
Oh,
Wow, that's
I
good.
like that.
I'm just saying, yeah, 20 kill streak, you
Right,
get a
I
bullet.
like that. Yeah.
The Goodyear variety drops the bomb.
Wow.
It looks so good. Let's tell me with Modern Warfare 3 though, is there a single challenge that you guys are okay? We have to overcome this. Is it adding stuff and keeping it 60 frames? Is it appeasing the old fan base?
You know what it is coming into Modern Warfare 3, I mean, we have like nearly 30 million players.
Right.
So it's really looking at, as you said, how can we make a game that our core fans are going to love? But at the same time, give our new fans a place that they can enjoy the game the way they like. I like to look at it as we're giving you a platform to have fun the way you like to have fun. And let's give our players the place to do it. You know, you have your co-op and Spec Ops, you have your cinematic single player, and multiplayer, we're doing a lot of things to really allow you to customize the game and have fun the way you want to have it.
It's really something for everyone. With so many people playing the game, we do have to bring so much to the table.
Are the good guys going to win?
Who knows?
I just want to know that we can save the world.
That's Call of Duty. The good guy always dies.
Oh, yeah, of course he does.
A couple times. Yeah.
I love it. You guys, thank you so much for coming on. The game is absolutely wonderful. You got to stick around. We're actually going to put Modern Warfare 3 on pause, but don't worry, we're going to have more for you in just a moment. Even more.
Here we are back with our look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and it's a G4 exclusive. And once again, we are lucky enough to be joined by Infinity Ward's Robert Bowling and Glenn Schofield. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and bringing us some more gaming. So Modern Warfare 3 is very anticipated.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
We will just put it like that. Does that make you guys nervous?
I don't know if it makes us nervous because we simply, you know, it's all about putting your head down and focusing, and like as long as you're in tune and you're listening to what your people are saying about your last games and about what they want in the future, you know, it kind of calms you a bit.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not trying to make you nervous or anything, but everybody's paying very close attention to everything that you're doing. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah.
It's good for us to be paranoid when we're making a game.
Okay. And so what are we looking at right now? Oh, you guys can't see. You can turn around. There you go. Okay,
There we
good.
are. Oh, yeah, we're on top of the stock exchange where we have to
Okay.
take down this communications tower. And we seem to be doing a pretty good job of it.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah, this was the major objective in this mission that Delta moved in to take out this comm tower. That was basically blocking us from getting communications and more support into New York City.
So how accurate is New York City?
It's pretty accurate.
It is?
It's about as accurate as we can get. You know, we use different maps. We go down. We've got photos. As accurate as we can possibly get. We try and get you know, with the street signs and what the buildings look like and down to the brick and even where manhole covers are.
Yeah, we focus on being very authentic, but what you want to do is once you have feet on the ground and you're getting all that reference photo, you really have to filter that through a gameplay lens. So you go in, you're like, okay, these are awesome, very authentic environments. Now let's, make sure we have the cover points, make sure we have the areas, the routes for the player that you can go through and have a fun time fighting in that area.
Right, because it's not necessarily a fun map if it's actually the map of New York.
Exactly.
Yeah. If the street is too narrow, it's not going to be. So
Right.
we'll do little things like that.
And so we're actually going to take a look at something that I'm kind of excited about, a grenade launcher. A girl loves a grenade launcher, what can I say?
But this is
But first we got to take out that helicopter. We got to take care of some business first.
Yeah, that was the Reaper. And this is the XM25.
Okay.
So the XM25, what it does is it lasers a sight. So these guys are like hiding behind something. And what it can do is it will shoot the grenade above them and explode right down on top of them. So there's no place to really hide with this thing.
Yeah, this is an awesome byproduct of just modern warfare. As we're fighting these more urban environments, they're posting up in windows, they're posting up behind concrete walls that, sometimes you don't get penetration through. So with the XM25 is great because it will actually calculate that big old sight you see, will actually program the round to explode 1 meter past that cover point.
So you don't have to sit there and figure it out yourself. It figures it out for you.
Yep.
Luxury modern living. I love it. And so what also has been kind of striking so far that we've seen, there's a lot of verticality. Not just, in the helicopters right now, we're on the side of a helicopter, I believe. But there's also, you can fight from the tops of buildings. I mean, was that a challenge to kind of bring sort of verticality to the game?
It was a challenge, but it was just, it's part of being in New York. You have to do that. We have to be able to go on top of the buildings and see what's around. And going into the helicopter was just something we all wanted to do. Fight through the city streets of Manhattan in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay, so walk us through what we're doing right here. I mean, we're covering a lot of territory through New York.
Yeah, I mean,
Manhattan.
yeah, the city is huge, and more importantly, we're always throwing you in different scenarios. So you're not just boots on the ground, infantry fighting through. As you do that, then you're in the helicopter, you're flying through. I mean, it's just showing you the scale of this game, and this is just one level. I mean, we're in New York here, and then another moment, we're in parts of Russia, the Himalayas, France, England. We're really hitting everywhere across the globe.
And you're definitely known for these big cinematic events. I mean, was that a lot of pressure? And then were you able to come up with new ones to really do justice to the series?
I don't think it's pressure. I mean, that's one of the things we really look forward to. Sitting in a room and say, okay, let's do something bigger than we've ever done before. And I think you're seeing some of that here. That's just the challenge and the fun of making a video game.
Yeah.
What I miss?
Let's just enjoy it.
There it comes. There we go. There's a big moment.
For example, the cinematic moments we were just speaking about. Oh yeah, that didn't go too well, huh? But don't worry, he's gonna make it, right?
We'll see.
We'll see. We will see. So the set pieces are definitely a part of the game. Very excited to see more of them. Thank you so much, Robert and Glenn. Modern Warfare 3 comes out on Xbox 360 and PC on November 8th. I know we'll all be doing that day.